right, hello. I hope you're having a beautiful morning, day, evening, wherever this finds you. So today I want to talk about lineage and healing generational trauma and how to, move forward in your life with these kinds of topics and things, beliefs, programming that are present in your system. So lineage refers to the line from which you came from. It's the actual path, and the people that were on your path, as well as everything that you're connected to. So essentially, it's the path that leads you to the here and now. So if you look at your bloodline, like a river, it's the one that runs through your veins and is connected to the source. So the source is a time where there was no time or consciousness as we know it now. We could think about the source as, the Big Bang incident, like the beginning of time. So your bloodline is the river that spans all the way back to the source of all time and matter and everything. So are you able to even fathom how many generations have passed since the beginning of time as we know it? So I wrote down the number here, and if you want to know the approximate numbers, it's something like 240,000 human generations since the category of early hominins, and 10,000 human generations since Homo sapiens. So that's your mother, and your mother's mother, and your grandmother's grandmother, etc., 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 all the way back down 10,000 generations, 10,000 cycles. So think about all the places they've lived, their lived experiences, their own things that they were navigating in their life, their own traumas, their circumstances, everything that led you to being exactly here where you are right now. Now, if you want to talk about energetics, life and consciousness is literally energy that is given a form, and energy is information. Memory is information. So when we start talking about healing something like generational trauma, we're talking about healing beliefs and information that have been passed down the line, and now they are present and exist within us at an energetic level, but also a cellular level inside our physical bodies. We can look at some of these energies as gifts. It could be artistic talents, it could be features you like about yourself. Then there are things we would call toxic patterns. For example, maybe your grandfather was terribly abused as a kid. So then your mother was verbally abused as a child. And then some of that, her own trauma, has shown up in your own childhood. And now you're here. So what can you do now? One, having awareness is an amazing place to start. You are now here. You are aware of the energies that are present in your system. You also understand that you get to choose what gets passed on, and that you have a choice to create new energy, a new state of being, and the power to cut the cord to what you do not want to carry forward. So, the cutting of a cord is this idea that you're trimming something and you're stopping the flow of energy to that line. And I feel like the best way to think about this is like thinking about trimming a vine. So when you're trimming a vine, you're essentially cutting the energy cord that feeds that path, and you're allowing that part of your identity then to die, stopping its presence in your future timeline. So the cord we're talking about could be patterns of domestic violence, infidelity, fear around money, verbal abuse, and you get to reprogram this. You get to reprogram it with a new code, redirecting this energy for new growth, new vines, roots, leaves, flowers. So this new information is in the story of your life. And that's what embodiment is. That your life right now is tethered to this body. And on this body, you get to write a story. And we're not just talking about your physical body here. Sure, there's how you dress, there's your health, and there's your fitness. But also you get to write the story of your mind. And this refers to your values, your ideas, your vocation, any contemplations you have. It also refers to the story of your energetic body And that is your fire, that's your passions, your creativity, and ecstatic joy. And then there's also your heart. And your heart is your emotions. It's how you want to express love and connect to the people that are in your life. And when I'm talking about the next down the line, I'm not just necessarily referring to just biological children. I am also referring to how you interact with people in this world, the community you're building, the people you love, the things you're leaving on your timeline here. So you have that power to redirect the light and embody it in a life ridden with love. And that's what you're choosing by being here today. You choosing to be watching this here right now, you choosing to work on this is an act of self-love, but also love for your fellow people, soul counterparts, as I've started calling this. And it's just this refusal to continue on this, the pain that has been handed down to you. And you are now choosing to cut that cord, no longer feeding energy to harmful beliefs and programming. And healing this stuff isn't easy. Like I mentioned earlier, that it's programming with a new code. The form that you have now is because of your program. It's like your structure. Yeah, your programming is your structure. So for you to break down a part of your structure, for you to cut that cord that feeds a certain pathway, that energy that was feeding that vine of trauma and abuse and temper tantrums, outbursts, whatever it is gonna go somewhere else. So it's important that you know what you find valuable and nourishing and beautiful and redirect the energy to those things. So I think I'm going to be doing more videos about subconscious reprogramming, but also conscious things like affirmations, and opening up that dialogue with yourself, because it's not easy just to say I'm gonna let go of stress or whatever. You gotta convince yourself that there is a different reality. Yeah, more to come with that. So once again, thank you for your self-love. I hope you give yourself gratitude for that too. Please be proud of yourself, celebrate yourself for just being, and also all the work that you're doing. This isn't easy. So just want to tell you that you are loved, you're so worthy, and that I'm here. A lot of people are here too that are navigating the same things, so you are not alone. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your time and energy. Keep flowing.